Hi everyone, I'm Vicky and welcome to my channel. Today I'm gonna review Declan McKenna's new album, Youre. The first time I watched Declan McKenna was in 2017 when he had just released What Do You Think About the Car? And it was actually a surprising gig for me. A friend of mine invited me last minute and I just went. I remember that Declan McKenna came across as an indie kid with an androgynous look and an incredible stage performance. But what actually impressed me the most was his track Listen to Your Friends, which live is incredible, is actually better than the version on the record. His lyrics talked about taboos, from the discrimination that queer people face to his thoughts on politics and drugs. And I thought that was pretty mature for his age, so he really impressed me back then. Anyway, let's give it a go. Please don't forget to subscribe, like and comment down below. I really need your help to grow my channel after all.
Yeah.
So, about You Better Believe, once the first verse started, it kind of reminded me of Catfish and the Bottom. It's hard to believe that Declan McKenna is so young because I would expect him to be at least 25 to do a song like this. I didn't get the lyrics to be honest, but I do think that the style of the song is actually the melody, so it doesn't matter. It's definitely a great track to start the album. Being an Astronaut is one of the best tracks he ever released. It starts almost like in a ballad, and you can listen only to the piano, but soon enough the guitar and the drums kick in. It's almost like a modern version of a Bowie track. The guitar solo near the end is pretty epic and very 80s, finishing his track in a way just as interesting as when it started. The production is just flawless, you won't feel bored listening to this old rock track, trust me. Then You're Still a Child is a very interesting track, which in a very subtle way talks about mental health and how things can get increasingly worse if not taken care of. Near the end of the song, the mother of the main character, Daniel, said, "You've been acting quite strangely since 10 years old." Daniel, the child in the song, seems frustrated with politics and seems to be struggling with his own mental health. And I like how the story is told in a storytelling way, having some sort of message in the end. You also hear an awesome guitar solo by the end. The Key to Life on Earth is a very well written song calling out all xenophobes, all the privileged people who have no clue what's going on in the world and live in a sort of like bubble without facing reality. It's one of those catchy tracks you find yourself singing along. Also, it has a very futuristic vibe during the riff, which is also pretty cool. Beautiful Faces is one of those annoying tracks you just want to skip. The chorus gives emphasis on his vocals, which for me, honestly, is quite boring. I think it should focus on the other instruments at the same time as well, so I don't know, it doesn't work for me. I'd say it's a pretty straightforward song. The chorus feels repetitive and it's one to skip in this album. The guitar solo is also pretty annoying and sonically it's not fun or great to listen to. It's almost like a noise. It's almost like, do you know when there are constructions near your house and you can hear it during the day? That's it. That's how annoying this song is. I wasn't a fan. Emily is a weak track. It's what a bad version of a Beatles song would sound like. The name Emily for the whole song is also quite annoying and it feels like a very repetitive song. I'm not a fan of his vocals when he sings Emily, and the choir singing La 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 in a strange way. It's just weird. I don't know, I didn't like it. But even the guitar solo can save this song. Sorry, Declan McKenna. Twice Your Size is one of these songs you can play while working as a background song, and honestly there's nothing about it that really makes you pay attention to it. But I do appreciate his verse. Regardless of what you believe in, Earth will change. As a whole, I just found it too repetitive. It's pretty much one chorus and two verses, and not even the guitar solo can save it. At this point, the guitar solo doesn't feel surprising anymore. It feels like it's the same tactic he had through the whole record, in terms of song production. In Rapture, you find Declan McKenna experimenting different vocal techniques, from a falsetto in the chorus to even a screamo. It feels like an experimental track. It's also funny because it finishes with a sort of yelling you would expect to hear in a horror movie. So yeah, I guess it's a weird track and I still don't know how I feel about it. I think I need to give a few more listens until I make up my mind, to be honest. But for now I still find it a bit weird. It didn't please me, to be honest. Well, I appreciate his effort and, you know, he's trying different things, so that keeps things exciting in an album. Sagittarius A is one of these songs to vibe to and to chill to. Tiny details like the guitar riff between one line and another totally makes a difference. And yeah, I can totally see myself dancing to this song. And yes, there's another guitar solo in the song, and at some point it's almost as loud as Declan McKenna's voice, which I actually kinda enjoyed it. It's quite interesting because it goes from a loud sound to a quiet sound in a second, and it's quite unpredictable, and I like it. It keeps things fun and entertaining. Eventually Darling feels like a breath of fresh air in relation to the rest of the album. It's raw, and the lack of autotune in the beginning makes it feel even more special, even more raw, even more honest, if you know what I mean. It has a similar vibe to his first album, and I really enjoyed the pre-chorus because the drums join in and he expresses his view on love, which I've gotta say it was quite nice to hear, as he says, "For love is but a fleeting friend," and his pessimistic views about it, saying, "We'll end up both alone. Oh, we know." The second verse continues to show his pessimistic view on love, and to be honest, it's quite refreshing to listen to a song like this, because if you're sick of cute love songs, put your hands up! I think as a whole, it's quite a cohesive album. I feel like he has so much potential, and it's quite impressive to see such a young guy doing an album like he did. You know, it kind of has a bit of like T-Rex and David Bowie touch to it, and it also feels very modern. I think I would rate his album as a 3 out of 5 stars kind of album, so yeah. Thank you so much for watching. Please let me know your favorite track in Declan McKenna's new album Zeros, and let me know if you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, like and comment down below. I'll see you soon. Bye!